Hey guys, Chris here for Upmost Games. We are back in Sonic Forces. Welcome back. Just a quick heads up, I ended up doing a lot of recording my last session. We got to stage 25 actually, which I think was near the end of the game. And wouldn't you know it, as soon as I turned on the audio to start editing the first episode from that session, it turned out that we didn't have any audio for the game. And I thought, that's a standard that I am not gonna let pass. That it was below my standards. That's all I have to say about that. So we're gonna go back through again on this other account I made. I may have gone a little step too far since we ended right before Infinite, and now we're actually gonna fight Infinite. So thanks for hanging in there, guys. Let's do this quick fight with Infinite, and we will be back on track where we left off. Oh, you glowy bastard!
Still thrashing around, I see.
I am just so ready to kick your butt, especially after what happened today.
Come on, I'll show you my spine.
It's gonna be a long night, you guys. Long night of playing catch up and kicking some Infinite butt in more than one way. The person and the amount I'm gonna be kicking. I am on my game. Where's he at? Oh no, I'm not on my game anymore. He's gone. Split himself into so many different ones. Which one's the real one? Is it the coward hiding at the back, getting punched in the face by a hedgehog?
You might have more fighting.
Oh, come on. Oh, straighten out.
How many seconds you last. Payback time at
Okay, well, stop swerving everywhere, Sonic. Last thing I need you to do is crash in those cherry Jell-o cubes. Oh, God. Everything's a terrible mind sweeper. I mean, mind screw. And just like that, Infinite is wrecked.
These exceed your previous data.
Unlike mechs, I can grow. I get more powerful every second.
We get more strong every near-death experience. Wait, this is the wrong series. My bad. My bad, everybody. So one thing I thought was pretty cool that we're probably not going to see because I don't think it's going to trigger the cutscene. I mean, besides that sweet ass. Oh yeah, that ass. Is that there was a section in which Infinite drops a gem that looks very similar to the Phantom Ruby from Sonic Mania, which kind of hints that Sonic Mania and Sonic Forces are somehow linked. And I haven't beat the game yet. I got to like the near last level, and then this shenanigans happen. So we gotta try and see if there's some really cool connection between the two, like in some way, like if maybe you see the heavies, the hard-boiled heavies or not. But I guess time will only tell.
We're here now. It's like the world needs a Sonic. Any Sonic to keep things
That's right.
If we defeat Eggman, this war will be over.
I mean, I suppose.
And if we can figure out the secret to his power, maybe we can
Your logic's getting cloudier by the second, Tails. Come on, try and focus.
Hey, the sensor is picking up Eggman. Let's hurry.
I'm just saying, there's no guarantee that defeating him is going to send me back home. I mean, he's just a man. I am just a hedgehog. A hedgehog who loves to dance.
We've got to
Wait, what was I talking about again?
Let's see.
Okay.
The reading I picked up was through
So, one thing I'm really happy about, and will definitely be adding as a positive in my review, is that we got the drop dash for Classic Sonic, and that was one thing I can't remember if I said in my review, but it was definitely something I really wanted to add to the collection of things. So, yeah. It's definitely a nice feature to have. It works pretty well and very often. I've heard a couple people complaining that it doesn't work often, and I mean, the only thing I can think of is that they weren't getting enough height to start off the jump, but even with that small little hop, I was able to just, you know, automatically execute it. It's a pretty nice feature to have, and especially for, well, I want that because I want the points that come from it. Especially with doing that with Classic, it makes getting through a lot of these parts just really easy and really fun. Because I can just mess up those robots and speed through everything. Same way I can in Mania. That's one thing I think is pretty cool about this one, is just how the attention to detail. They've cleaned up a bunch of the, for lack of a better word, some of the more shaky mechanics, like from Sonic Generations. They've completely taken out the Modern Sonic Slide, which I thought was an interesting concept. But it is a little disappointing because that was one of those moves that, when you finally got good at it, it was really fun to do, and you felt really good about doing it. Well, at least I got one of the rings out of this.
Be careful, Sonic.
But I think ultimately this one's, I don't know. Between this one and Generations, it's really hard to tell. I mentioned back in, I think, one of my Mario Odyssey videos that you can't really compare the 3D Sonic games with the old ones, like the old 2D Sonic games. Just the gameplay is too different and they have too many different things to overcome. So I think, at this point, especially because of the style of game it is, I think you really have to look at Colors and Forward, maybe even a little bit of 06 and the Adventure series a bit. And hell, even the Sonic Hero stuff, because you kind of have a little bit of it with the Avatar Sonic stages. Not much, mind you, and it's a lot more free-flowing than the hero system was, where you had to actually hit a button to switch to the right person. But it's, no, we're not doing those right now. We're just going through story mode till we can catch back up to where I was. So it's pretty nice to have a look back at the ones that actually matter and the ones that will, you know, when they did things right, when they did things wrong, what they've improved on, and how to keep going forward with this series. It's if I were to do a review on Mario Odyssey, it's definitely something I would do, and I would end up looking back at starting from Mario 64, going to Sunshine, and on. I think that would definitely be something that would be good to use as a reference point to point out what went right, what went wrong, how they improved over the years, and all that other fun stuff. But the whole point was just looking at something like Colors that was a little slower, but, you know, held that modern Sonic kind of thing. The platforming parts in like Colors and Generations for Modern were very minimal at best, and a lot of the times you can get through them by homing attacking things, either enemies in front of you or poles or what have you. And it's not so much in this one. They actually made it a little more platforming heavy for Modern, which I don't think was a good idea, because he doesn't lend himself to he just doesn't play well on platforms. His momentum, he doesn't keep momentum when he jumps. Like, you can stop moving the joystick halfway through and you'll lose momentum just going in a horizontal air motion faster than you would with Classic. So it's, I don't know, it's a little bit of a crapshoot as far as, like, whether or not you're going to land on the right platform, or if you're going to overshoot it, or if you're going to undercut yourself on accident. And by undercut, I mean get cut by that saw blade on accident. But I don't know, those are just some of the things I'm looking at now, and some of the things I want to dissect the next time for this next review coming up, which, I don't know, knowing how long it took me to get the Sonic Mania one out, it could be like another month before we see that. But I don't know, Sonic Forces has been pretty short based on what I've played. It's but at the same time, it's like one of those games that is short, but it kind of doesn't overstay its welcome. So it's kind of hard to tell which part is the good and the bad. But I guess we're gonna have to see when we finish all this whether or not that's gonna be a positive or negative for me. Especially for a game that cost me $40 at launch. So I mean, that's digital copy, and that's just how much it cost, which I thought was a really good price for it, honestly. But yeah, I think it'll be a fairly positive review. I like it a lot, but I think it'd be a really good thing to dissect it and explain, like, why it works in some cases and why certain things do not work in other cases. But I'll try not to go too deep into it, even though I've kind of already have. But that's okay. If you've seen some of my other playthroughs, I've explained, like, I've gone to school for, like, game programming, and so I've been very interested and very involved. Not involved. That's definitely not the word. Self-involved with learning game design and what have you. Get out of here with your egg dragoons and your robots. Get out of here. That explosion looked painfully photoshopped. But see, that's the thing. Like, there's some parts that look absolutely gorgeous in this game. There's some things that look awkward and out of place, but not too often, honestly. Oh, you jerks, and you're barely an A. That's okay. Oh, and the good thing was I did remake my my avatar in... Oh, tail shirt. Sweet tail shirt. Forgot about that. I didn't remake the avatar the way that you should be, so I'm not changing any thumbnails. Don't you worry about that.
Look at you fighting like you've got a chance to
Sir, you are on the ground. You are grounded. We could beat the snout out of you right now. Someone jump up there in the cockpit and punch him.
in just 3 short days.
Why are you counting like a European? Stop it. Like,
Wait, 3 days? And what plan?
If I told you, it wouldn't be a surprise. You know what they say? The anticipation of the end is worse than the end
I
itself.
mean, is it?
Maybe not in this case, though.
But why would you tell us that we have 3 days? Now we know the time frame and we know how desperate we need to get with our plans. If we thought we had a month, we would take forever trying to conquer everything again. Eggman's not thinking this through.
Broken through. They're in the city. We need to get
Amy, I don't have time.
We send. Sonic and Silver need time to
I mean, do they? I mean, well, I guess at the end of the Infinite story we didn't see, Sonic did get hit by a single ball of energy and fall down. So,
This is the 8th unit. We're pinned down under...
who are you? I didn't make you.
Man, looks like I've
Outta
got
here.
no choice. Okay, rookie, I've got a tough one for you. I need you to head back to the city and save those civilians.
Like the destroyed city? Cause I may have a doctor's appointment right now, I'll be honest with you. Gotta look at that cough. Cough. Let's get this going.
We're engaging enemy forces and can't search for civilians right now.
Those yellow ones always throw me off because I'm like always just frantically tapping A, hoping to connect to them, and then it just automatically does it whenever it feels like it. But they are differently colored from the ones you can do it. It always throws me off for some reason, and that's a me thing. Hi, buddy. Don't mind me. Try not to blow up anything I'm running towards. Just gonna spray fire all over the place. Whoa, whoa, Vector. Okay, you don't get to speak for me. I can handle anything. Okay, I don't need your sass. Woo! Hit that the first time. Let me tell you how many times it took me the last time. Not one. I can tell you that much. Let's see. Going up. You're not, Vector, because you're a punk. Oh, thank God. Keep it going. Keep this train going. Keep this train going. Keep the train going.
Thanks to the rookie, things are turning around.
Oh, and I got the ring. Oh, and I fell. Oh, please don't hit me. I have so many rings. I need these rings. Oh, it's time to go. My sweet, sweet hedgehog. Excuse me, gentlemen. Yeah, okay, you fire. I'm just gonna wait for you, and then I'm gonna fire. I'll show myself out. Oh, I missed that. That's okay. Let's take this way. Whee! I like free rings. Fire! Like a slight delay when you land, when you do the, what's it called? The ground pound. Stomp. Hit with your weapon. Oh, this is not satisfying at all. Let's go. That slow rail ascend. Okay, I think on that note, let's end it here, and we will pick up next time. So thanks for watching, guys. We will be back with more Sonic Forces, and as always, I have been your host, Chris, and, bye!